680's Chris McCusker joins us now. Chris, oil prices continue to fall, and that's starting to bring the markets down.
Yes, this is not a good situation. Well, I guess it depends on your perspective if we're being truthful. The price for oil saw its biggest one-day drop in about 3 years today, and it definitely did weigh on markets. The latest we are hearing from the Wall Street Journal is that Saudi Arabia and OPEC are nearing a production cut that doesn't exactly look like a production cut. Described as a compromise. The U.S. president, of course, has been critical of OPEC, along with that 7.7% drop in U.S. oil today. The Canadian crude index off by about 11%. So a modest give back on markets today. The TSX down about 1% this week, off by 7.3% this year. While in the U.S., all indices logged the worst Thanksgiving week since 2011, a drop of at least 3.5%. I went looking for the good news here, Francis.
Is there?
The price for gas will be down a cent tonight. And then 4 cents on Sunday.
Wow.
That's according to our friends at Enpro.
So wait till Sunday, is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes. Okay. So Saturday night, Sunday morning.
So I was taking a look at Canada's inflation rate. It's above target again for the 9th straight month here. So what does that mean for interest rates?
Well, that's sort of interesting. The way it was described to us by one economist is that, you know, this data is old. One of the things driving the prices up was the price for gas. Of course, there's been a switch in the price for gas with this decline in oil prices. So this data is not really reflective of the current state. The oil price collapse, rather, also some are saying could put a January interest rate hike by the Bank of Canada in jeopardy. Now, Bloomberg puts it at about 70% as of today. Ranko Baric, head of market analysis with Monex Canada, says an interest rate cut probably isn't in the cards either, even though we saw this the last time that oil prices plunged. We've got audio here.
I'm hesitant to sort of say that they're going to reach for a rate cut, but you are quite right to point out that's exactly what they did. And also, not only did they cut rates last time a shock of this magnitude happened, they also did 2 of them in short order before they even really saw the economy react. So they knew how the economy would react to the shock, and they wanted to get in front of it.
So, yeah, I guess it's anyone's guess at this point. A lot of data to come for the Bank of Canada between now and that January interest rate announcement.
Did you wake up early to get in line to do some Black Friday shopping?
No, I have to say I'm more a Boxing Day shopper.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we know it is one of the busiest shopping days of the year.
Yeah.
And with that massive backlog of Canada Post deliveries, some retailers are taking precautions.
Yes, and you really hit on the key there, Francis. It is the backlog. So contingency plans had to be looked at, and I spoke to the president at Toys R Us and Babies R Us Canada. They're actually offering incentives for customers to pick up in store. The company also sent out a tweet today which said that it's using mostly Purolator as far as delivery goes, but that is subject to change should there be a resolution with Canada Post. I guess all of that still needs to be worked out. Experts saying, you know, check. Before you place an order, just check if they're using Canada Post or some other service. Amazon uses a variety of carriers. Canada Post is one of them. Etsy, Kijiji, and eBay as well. Just be sure to check before you place any orders, if it's for Christmas.
Because, Chris, why? I don't want my Christmas present late from you.
No, it's no fun if it's late. No.
So we could be in for some changes to data rules here in Canada.
Yes, and bear with me on this. And we're looking to a law in Europe. It's known as General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR. And essentially the law means that your data is your own. So what Facebook did with the whole Cambridge Analytica thing, that wouldn't happen. In Canada, politicians have been studying the issue. And this week I spoke to Anne Cavoukian. She is the former Privacy Commissioner for Ontario. She now heads up the Privacy by Design Centre of Excellence at Ryerson University. And this whole privacy by design, this is key. Companies can't do anything with your data without your permission if this is a part of the legislation. And Ms. Cavoukian tells me that Canada could move in that direction. She's hopeful, at least, as soon as early next year.
Well, we're all online. We all have profiles, right?
Yes,
so
yes.
Let's see what happens. Okay, thank you, Chris. Have a great weekend.
Yes, you too.
Okay.